By the way, justice for Batman. Um, let's talk about
Matt
Wallace and
Reeves,
Gromit.
you fuck. Just kidding.
So we usually end the show by talking about the movie that, that's set to come out next year. So today, I want to talk about Wallace and Gromit because Wallace and Gromit. I actually, it's Christmas week, so I popped on the last Wallace and Gromit movie that came out and enjoyed that for a bit. Now, the whole reason why I did that was because I heard there was a new one coming out. So Vengeance Most Fowl is set to come out in a couple of days' time from when we are recording this, and it could potentially be not just the newest Wallace and Gromit movie, but maybe the last one because the creators of the franchise, for reasons that you guys can explain to me better than I can, may not be around to do many more movies in the world of Wallace and Gromit. So I wanted to kind of quickly look ahead to this, and then of course we're going to review it next week. I'll start with you, Liz. Are you excited for Vengeance Most Fowl?
Yeah.
What?
I'm excited for anything Wallace and Gromit, 100%.
Yeah.
These movies are beloved and rightfully so. They're just delightful and they're so creative, and I love these characters, and I hope it's not the last film. I mean, all good things do come to an end, but if they've got some more stories in them, I'd love to see it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and this movie, by the way, it's on Netflix in the US. I believe it's got a limited theatrical release, and it's actually already out in the UK. So you can already see this if you're living in other parts of the world, certainly in the UK, because it's a British franchise. So they gave it an early release there, and so for those of us in the US, it's going to take us a few more days to get it on Netflix. John, are you a big fan of Wallace and Gromit? Are you looking forward to it?
I don't know if I would say it's just like in regards to Aardman and like claymation, I have such and stop motion, like that side, I have such an unbelievable and immense respect for it as people who still do this very old style of animation and not cutting the corners. Like, as much as I love, like, like that's what I kind of respected about like old age YouTube of like Lego animations. I was like super into that, and they would be these guys with like no budget, no nothing. It was just them, their Lego sets, and a camera, and they would create some of the most unbelievable stuff. And now I don't want to discount the people that animate that stuff with the Lego style, but I just like it's much more like appealing to me, like having someone actually move the pieces and like taking a picture, move the piece. It's just like I respect it majorly, and this is no exception. I remember when I would watch Curse of the Were-Rabbit so much when I was a kid. I think it was just on TV a lot, so I would end up watching it. Chicken Run gave me nightmares. That like when they were going through the fucking like pie machine, that fucked me up.
Yeah.
So but it's funny, I did rewatch Chicken Run like much later. I'm like, this fucking scared me, what the fuck. But again, I've seen like the most horrific shit imaginable. Again, I'm a horror head now, so people grow. I evolved, it's fine. But I'm glad the whole thing with Aardman was debunked and all that, and I can't wait for this. I mean, I wish it was on the big screen because I think it's deserving of that. But, I'll take what we can get. Netflix, like once every like 30 movies, they make a good one. And I feel like this one will be that. So I can't wait for it. And this looks so funny. And it brings back one of the most fan favorite hateable characters. So it's great.
Yeah, I mean, Liz, is this a movie that you're just going to like pop on Netflix as soon as it comes out? Or is this something...
Nope.
What are you most looking forward to in this movie?
I mean, for me, The Wrong Trousers is the best one. That's my favorite. That's the one I remember most from childhood. We have a Wallace and Gromit alarm clock in our house. Like they are a part of my family. So I'm excited for a new project. It's one of those like, they're so few and far between that you kind of forget about it. And then when something like this comes up, you're like, oh shit, Wallace and Gromit, where have they been? Like it makes you feel like a kid again. Like you just can't help but get excited and to look forward to their latest round of adventures. So I think it's going to be really nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for it. Again, like you said, I was like, wait, there's another like Wallace and Gromit movie coming out. Like, what? Like, so Yeah, I'm so glad that we're getting it, and hopefully it's not the last, but it certainly looks like so far the quality of these movies is not getting any certainly not getting any worse, but if anything, it's only improving because
Yeah.
it's so far and few in between now that we get movies that are claymation but feature length claymation. It's a lot of work. No wonder they go missing for like 4 or 5 years because it takes that
Right.
long, I bet you, to
Yeah.
make a movie that is a feature length movie.
Yeah, they make an
So-
entire movie for how long it takes for Matt Reeves to write a script.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I'm sorry. That was too easy of a joke. I'm sorry. I actually don't hate Matt Reeves or anything like that. I understand writer's block. Trust me.
You're making it worse, John. You're making it worse.
But because I don't want to be
Justice for Batman. Just saying.
But I'm just saying I don't want to be like the assholes on Twitter that are sending him fucking death threats and
that's
that.
a little.
I'm not like that. I don't want to be like that. I'm a little frustrated, but I'm a little frustrated, but that's it. Like, and I'll make a few jokes along the way.
Yeah,
but, like I still have respect for the man.
Like, reevaluate your life decisions if you're going there. Like, come on.
Yeah. So,
It's
but
crazy.
that was then. We're done talking about that. Sorry, but I will say I'm excited for this. This looks so fun. I haven't seen every like short film that Wallace and Gromit did. I think I saw a couple. I've seen I remember seeing Shaun the Sheep, as well. I'm pretty sure that's Aardman. But yeah, this just looks like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see it. And it's gonna be on Netflix. So as much as I would love to see it in a cinema, it's kind of nice that I can lounge in my pajamas.
Cozy up on the couch with a cup of tea and a biscuit.
I prefer hot cocoa, but tea if you like it.
Totally fine too. So it's and they elicit these warm, cozy feelings from you. So it's really perfect for winter time and for like a post-holiday kind of treat for yourself. I think it's going to be wonderful. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I am too. And January 3rd is the date in the US. You can find it on Netflix. It's going to be out. Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Be Most Fowl. I think I added the B in there, but I think the name is Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl, which I like the Spanish version of the title even more because it's really it adds a bit more spice to the name. La Venganza se serva con plumas. Does that mean like vengeance is served cold? I don't know. Vengeance is better stuff, something like that. But whichever version, whether you decide to watch it in Spanish or English, it's going to be available on Netflix in the US and I believe also Canada on January 3rd, as Ron was saying earlier. So, and if you're in the UK, then you could probably already go see it. I know I know a couple of people who have already gone to see it. Maybe Lenny has already gone to see it. She's not in the chat today, but John has been missing Lenny. She wanted. John
I do.
I
owe her a
kiss.
Christmas kind of like how I feel like at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger, I'm late for a date. I'm late for a kiss. I gotta give her a kiss. She wanted one. I'm just saying, she's the one who wanted a blown kiss.
All
I'm
consensual.
just saying that.
All consensual.
All consensual. That's Hugo Millie isn't in the chat, and I didn't brush my beard today, so apologies for the scrounginess. But yeah, I wish I did cut it so it's not quite as long as it should be. But yeah, very nice.
It's all good. Well, I mean, hey, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it. It's on Netflix, so you don't have to go to a movie theater if you don't want to. If you're in the UK, I believe it is getting a limited theatrical release, so you could go watch it on a big screen, or if you have a big TV at home, you can check it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, if you popped in the chat a little bit late, you're welcome to be kind and rewind, because we talked about, of course, Avengers, Doomsday, Fantastic Four. We spent a ton of time talking about the Batman 2 getting delayed. Now it's set to come out on October 2nd, 2027, moving back a full year from October 1st, 2026, which is the second time they've moved it. And Andy Muschietti also mentioned that Batman the Brave and the Bold, they're still working on it, and it's taking more time than he expected. So he may work on another movie between now and him actually directing the Batman movie. So who knows when that is going to come out. So I'm sure we'll get into it more in the coming days and weeks as we hear more about it. James Gunn also had some comments regarding the delay, so we discussed that. We also reviewed Nosferatu. We reviewed A Complete Unknown, and of course we also reviewed Baby Girl. And we started off the show talking about the box office. Tim Miller complaining about his paycheck for the first Deadpool movie. And we have talked about the Pixar series. I think it's Win or Lose, the Inside Out spinoff. So if you guys missed any of that, you can go back and rewind and see that there. John, where can the good people find you online beyond Also Curious?
Well, if you want a longer spoiler review of Nosferatu, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow with friends on the Cool Kids movie reviews, and I won't be impeded by my time by Mr. fucking Oscar over here. So, go watch.
What are you talking about?
Oscar the Grouch. The Grouch.
No, well, I was talking about how, the Oscar's cutting off the speech. Anyway.
Okay. Works both ways.
But go watch that. I haven't been doing any new videos on the Geek Informant. I took a big long holiday break this month, but I will be back next month for all sorts of various video series that I'm currently doing. Shadows of the Unmade, What If, my Doctor Who side project. So yeah, it's all fun.
Mm-hmm.
So go check that out.
Yeah, and Liz, you actually had John on your podcast recently, which I heard was doing really well.
I did.
So tell the good people where they can find you.
Try Not to Curse. Basically, any place that you listen to your podcast, you can find us. Just do a search for Try Not to Curse. John has surpassed even my uncle, who is TikTok famous. John is my most popular guest on the podcast so far. But I will say Dan has been on there as well, gang. So definitely check out both of those episodes if you can.
I need to step up my game.
We're halfway through season 2 right now. I just interviewed a friend of mine that I've known since the 2nd grade who wrote 2 really great fantasy books, and he's got a 3rd on the way. So check that out too, because I think based on the folks in this chat, I think you guys would enjoy his stories as well. So there's a lot of variety there, but yeah, you can find Try Not to Curse. It's everybody uses Spotify, but it's available on Apple, Amazon, Audible.
It's available on YouTube.
Exactly. I mean, I personally am really looking forward to checking. I haven't heard the full episode of the John and Liz conversation on Try Not to Curse. I'm really looking forward to listening to more of that, because the first 15-20 minutes were fantastic. It's a longer episode than that, of course. So check out Try Not to Curse, check out the Geek Informant, the Cool Kids movie review, and of course you can come back right here, same time, same YouTube channel. It's gonna be on Also Curious DCU Daily. Today we did the whole shebang, and you can tell we've been live for like freaking 3 hours. But we'll be back on Monday with another episode of DCU Daily. There's so much to talk about. I'm sure there'll be more news from James Gunn, from the Batman, all the fallout from the delays, as John just told you to do. While you're at it, hit that like button.
Come on, 27 motherfuckers are watching this, and 14 likes. Come on. Get on that.
Step up your game, guys. Okay. But also hit the notification bell. That way you know when we go live. But it's been another fantastic episode of Also Curious, guys. We are so glad that you're here. DCU Daily, MCU Weekly, Movies of the Week. The holiday season continues. We'll be back with the Wallace and Gromit review next week. And I'm sure in the new year we've got lots more movies to talk about. Of course, there's going to be so much. Superman, Fantastic Four, and beyond. We'll see you next time. Another episode of Also Curious on DCU Daily. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Liz and John. We'll see you on Monday.